Christmas came early, huh?
Oh, it came last night against a wonderful Big Ten team.
Thanks a lot, Herman.
Nothing better than wins, are there, baby?
Oh, yeah, you love it.
Hey, you know, Coach, Saturday's meeting between Hawaii and Michigan State, only the fourth time. But, you know, the Hawaii-Michigan State connection goes way back to the 60s and the 70s.
No question about it. You know, Duffy used to have a great pipeline from Michigan, or from the islands to Michigan State. They had some great players.
Guys
Hey,
like
how
Dick
about that- how
Kenny,
about that list
Bob
we got?
Apiza, Charlie
Yeah.
Wiedemeyer, Kaliane, Doug Wan, Jim Nicholson. But one guy that we left off this list, well, he followed his dream to Michigan State, but fulfilled his dream back here in Manoa.
About 1.48% with the return.
Arnold Morgado is a financial advisor with Merrill Lynch.
Well, we work with different businesses on coordinating, say a 401k plan or pension fund or managing money and working with individuals on understanding the investment environment. A lot of educational components mixed up with my daily activities, enrollment meetings, compliance with 404C, IRS regulations, etc., and introducing them to the world of investing.
In 1972, Michigan State invested in this all-star running back from Punahou. Head coach Duffy Doherty, who had a history of bringing local boys to East Lansing, personally visited Morgado and his parents. Morgado played only 2 seasons with the Spartans because the man who recruited him unexpectedly retired.
I left in part because Duffy left, but then I reached this point in my life where I thought it was time to reassess what my goals were. Whether or not football was important to me anymore. And so when I finally did leave, it wasn't with the intent that I'd play in Hawaii.
That all changed when Morgado was persuaded to play by then head coach Larry Price. The 6'1", 205-pound running back became an instant hit with the Rainbows, chewing up real estate in Price's hula tee offense. Morgado would have led the team in rushing his senior season, but was asked to do more blocking for Norris Birdsong, who was just a bit faster out of the backfield.
I was as slow as they came, and you know I wasn't as big as many backs are today, but certainly not at that time either. So I got beat up a lot, and I don't know, you know, really the reason for my success there, but I enjoyed it.
The Rainbows of the mid-70s won as many games as they lost, but in those defeats, Morgado believed he became the player who could possibly take his game to the next level.
Does a loss, a scoreboard loss, jam you up for the next game? Does it give you an attitude that you can't win, whether it be in football or any other arena? And so you always have to reassess, pick yourself up again and dust yourself off and believe that the next time is going to be a better situation. And those tough times at UH gave me a very strong foundation for what I did later on in Kansas City.
Morgado spent 4 seasons with the Kansas City Chiefs, becoming a starting tailback midway through his rookie year. Not bad for a guy who almost gave up the game.
From that moment on, you know, I was a believer, you know, that it's what you want to make of it. You know, and you could be the shortest guy and the slowest guy, and you could be half Japanese and still have a wonderful life if you dedicate yourself and commit yourself to those goals.
After pro ball, Morgado got into politics. 9 years on the Honolulu City Council, a term in the State House, and an unsuccessful bid for mayor. Those years on the council were constant battles with then Mayor Frank Fosse, who once stated Morgado played football without a helmet. All of that is behind him. Morgado says he's more comfortable roaming the halls of Merrill Lynch than Honolulu Hale. But if football is a grueling game, the political arena, he says, was even tougher.
Your opponents always have a different jersey on in football. None of those rules apply in politics. And there's no referee there except the voting public. And what's fair is what wins. And it's a different environment for me, coming from a very physical environment, jumped into an arena where you got to debate your way in and out of issues. You have to motivate people to see your side of issues and find solutions that make sense.
Okay, that's it for this week's program. He's not June Jones, he's Mouse Davis. And for everyone associated with this program, I'm Russell Shimooka. We'll see you later.